Bruce Springsteen, 98.7 WFGR. That's Born to Run. It's a little late, but better late than never when it comes to Less Than News. It's the Friday edition with the one and only Blanche, who has graced us with her presence once again.
And not reeking of scotch yet.
No, not yet.
It's coming, though.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Energy drinks.
Mega 80s is in town this weekend. She's going to be soaked. Oh. That's how it happens. This is the show at Mega 80s. You've been there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So are you going to go out to the Craft Brew Fest?
Yes.
Am I... I wasn't planning on it.
Oh,
come on.
What are you talking about?
I would like to.
All right, do it.
I like my beer. I like my craft beer.
There you go.
Mr. Blanche likes it, too.
Yes, he does.
Let's have a good time.
We should.
Bring the kids.
I should.
What'd your
When
daughter,
are you guys going to be there
What'd your
again?
daughter just turn 9?
9.
She can drive home.
Yeah,
That's
it'll be
right.
fine.
She can.
You just work the pedals, she'll steer.
That's right. I know.
And in all honesty, if you teach a kid to drive at home,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to do better down the road.
Oh,
If
definitely.
mom and dad take an active role in teaching
Yes.
your kids how to drive home after the
Right.
bar or the afternoon beer festival in a park in the west side of Grand Rapids, that's just good parenting.
I know. Sometimes she has to drive the boat in after a long afternoon of cotailing in the sun. She's really good. She can get it
Mommy
up on the
needs to
lift.
nap.
Yes. Mommy's going to sleep back here on the sun patio.
Can you go ahead and pull us into the dock?
I do not do that.
Although, what's funny is I was 13 when I got my boater's safety certificate.
Mm-hmm.
I beat my mom on the test.
Nice.
Oh, my
It
God.
was awesome. I rubbed it into, because, my
Wow.
mom, I've told you the stories about my mom and homework and all
Right.
that crap. It was never fun.
No.
So to
That's
put a
not
drubbing
supposed
on
to be.
her at the boat test, yes.
There you go.
Loved it.
All right.
All right, lay some lesson news on me.
All right, a wannabe ninja says he was trying to fight crime when he was arrested last month. Todd Capsos frightened residents of Johnstown, Pennsylvania when he dressed up all in black like a ninja and sneaked through local neighborhoods. He was in court this week to face misdemeanor charges of loitering and prowling. While many people pinned Capsos for a criminal, he claims he was actually, quote, practicing some ninja moves.
We have a guy that comes to the racetrack on Friday nights up at Winston.
Uh-huh.
Now, you've been there, and
Yeah.
you've seen the kind of crowd. These are good,
Wow.
blue-collar, hard-working people.
Good peeps. It's interesting atmosphere out
And an
there.
occasional redneck.
Yes.
There's a couple of them up there,
Occasional.
too. This guy comes up to me a couple years ago. It's in the middle of summer. It's like August. He's got on a black leather biker jacket. He's got on a bandana, like the old hanky-looking things,
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. He's got
a
this on,
gang
and then he
member.
comes up. He goes, "Hey, come here." I said, "What?" He goes, "Take a look at this." And he pulls out his hand, and it's got a leather studded bracelet on it. Like you'd find at a carnival.
Yeah.
Or a gay bar.
Well, that too.
Carnival gay bar.
I was trying to be polite, but you go ahead and
Yeah.
let's work blue because Blanche is here. But no, he comes up and it's got studs all the way around it, and he looks at me and he goes, "This is an actual street ninja wristband."
Oh, my word.
And at that point, I'm standing there going, how do I respond to that?
Wow, you don't. There is no proper response.
He really thought it was a ninja armband.
The only thing I was thinking about is maybe the reason why they were confused about him being a ninja, because perhaps he's a bit of a pudgy fellow, all dressed in black, and so like his stealth ninja moves maybe not been that.
Well, that could be.
been.
You know,
All right, then I have to
that's
stand
what I
corrected.
picture in my
Yeah, there
mind.
you go.
I guess he could be a ninja then.
There you go.
My fault.
Most Americans say they wouldn't quit their jobs even if they won the lottery. According to a new Gallup poll, 2/3 of Americans would choose to continue working if they won a $10 million jackpot. The majority of the 31% who said they would stop working were of the baby boomer generation.
You know what I'd do if I won that kind of money?
What?
I'd give you the $1 million I promised you,
Yes.
but I'd do it in increments.
Yeah.
You'd be the dancing monkey.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you that.
Entertain me. Juggle these oranges.
Fool!
Oh, my word.
Bring me Hassenpfeffer!
Legally change your name to Belvedere.
I totally quit.
Oh,
I wouldn't
God.
quit this, but I don't get paid for this.
Right.
This is just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
See?
I'd quit my other job.
You would?
Yeah, my mom job. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if we won this, we would. I'm sorry, kids.
I'll
You're
tell
on
you
your
what.
own.
I'm sorry, kids. You don't have a mom anymore. I quit.
If I won that kind of money, I would seriously invest in my own broadcasting outfit.
Okay.
It would be online. I'd buy a studio, I'd build a studio, and I'd just do it
podcast.
for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't mind working for companies. Town Square has been nothing but great to us since we got here. But can you imagine what we could do if we were just unleashed on the internet? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd get my own
could get
show.
dangerous.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you could do middays.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Middays on our radio network.
Blanche the midday chick.
Well, you know what? If I won that kind of money,
Yeah.
I would build it. I would build my church a building. Believe it or not, we've
I
been
can see that.
meeting in a school for our entire existence, and
Forrest Gump, everybody.
I would build us a church.
That is, that is wonderful.
Yeah,
God bless you. See, look, we're just talking about what we're going to do. She's going to build a church.
I am.
She's going to start her own religion.
No, I'm not going to
Church
start my
of
own
Blanche.
religion. I do have enough guilt to start my own religion.
There's Scientology and Blanche.
Apparently, middle-aged men are the most prone to road rage. Those who drive blue BMWs, specifically middle-aged men who drive blue BMWs, are the most prone to road rage. This, according to a survey by VoucherCodesPro.com. The results found that men between the ages of 35 and 50 were most likely to lose their temper on the road. Those behind the wheels of BMW were ranked the most aggressive.
Let me tell you something. If you're a guy between 35 and 50 and you're driving around in a BMW, chances are you're deficient somewhere else if you catch my drift. And that's where the anger comes from.
And they're taking Viagra.
Or you have no reason to be angry because you're driving a Beamer.
Right.
True.
Who are you yelling at? The guy in the Honda Civic?
I'll say my dad is pushing 70, and he's got road rage issues.
See, that's
Bad.
just dangerous because you can
Yeah.
stroke out at 70 if you yell too
Amen.
hard.
I'll tell you
Amen.
what, the road rage in our
And his
house
Concord.
is all on Mrs. O.
You've told me that,
You
and that
gotta-
is shocking.
Oh, my God.
I'm the
Seems
road
so
rager.
mild-mannered.
I am so afraid of her when she drives because she'll literally pull up to along somebody that's going slow or whatever. She'll go out to pass them. She'll get in front of them and hit the brakes. Or she'll get alongside.
Oh, wow.
Somebody will go out to go around her that was tailgating her. She'll gun it as they're going down the highway. You're not
see,
passing me. And I'm like, God, honey, slow down. Please don't kill me.
I make faces and like, what? What? I'm trying to drive here. Those kind of things.
All right, finally, I touched on this earlier this week, forgot to do it last week. The most hated bands of the last 30 years.
Oh,
15.
boy.
We're going to touch on some of the 15 of the most hated bands. Hootie and the Blowfish made the list.
I liked the
Well,
song at first, and after a while, they just sucked.
No, they're like frat boy band.
Yeah,
Only like D bags and backwards trucker hats.
and then he sends himself off to do country music.
Yeah.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm Darius. I'm country.
And
Yeah.
well, it's like
The guys at B93 call me by my first name. I'm Darius.
My word.
Goo Goo Dolls
I'm
also made
I'm
the
on a
list.
first name basis with Darth Montgomery.
The Goo Goo Dolls. It's called interchangeable with Matchbox 20, but
Yes.
technically not Matchbox 20. They are allegedly a different hated other band.
I love the Goo Goo Dolls.
They're okay. Johnny Resnick's pretty cool.
I think
and-
he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
I like the music. I've got, you know what? I got an iPod full of it. I can't complain about the Goo Goo Dolls. I like them.
Oh, not
Dave
me.
Matthews Band
Oh,
makes
yeah.
the list.
Ugh. Another frat boy band.
Yep.
Ugh.
I was never a huge fan. To me, he sounded like the Swedish Chef from the Muppet Show.
Yeah,
Hurry,
yeah.
hurry. Yeah.
I like
they
I like
try-
the Ants marching song, but
No,
after that, that
no.
was it.
Nickelback. We talked about Nickelback made the list.
I like
Was it-
Nickelback.
I like Nickelback. I've met Nickelback. I've gone to see him. Like a
Really?
couple
You
times.
Look
met-
at you over there, Miss
Yeah.
Fancy
You
Pants.
met
Yeah.
Chad Kroger?
I did, and actually, he was hitting on my friend Brooke.
Really?
So I'm like, what? Look at. Have you seen this
Yeah.
hair? Have you seen this?
Can you run
face?
something through it? Yes.
Just shut up.
I could say something, but Brooke might be listening.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh yeah, she'll listen.
Creed. I actually
Sucks.
interviewed. First radio
Yeah,
interview
oof.
I ever did was with the drummer of Creed.
I hated Creed from the day one.
Listening to even one song by Creed invokes a sea of nausea as if your brain is fried from watching 2.5 Men reruns for 24 hours. As Spin Magazine puts it, they're like Nickelback before there was Nickelback.
True.
Limp Bizkit.
Oh, now see, I do like my Limp Bizkit. I do like Fred Durst.
Blink 182. See, I really like Blink 182.
I didn't
So
mind
do
Blink
I.
182. Limp
I-
Bizkit, let me think, because we go back to the Out of Control days when we're talking Limp Bizkit, because
Right.
they kind of made their way through.
Counterfeit. That was an
Counterfeit's a
awesome
good song. I liked their cover of Faith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I liked.
I like Nookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
too.
good. Yeah, Nookie was a good
But
song.
they were a
But-
gimmick band.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, any band that comes up out of a toilet at Ozfest, which they did, and I saw.
Oh my god.
And the first
Well,
line
some people.
is, Limp Bizkit is the...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was going
Yeah,
to say
right.
Fred Durst is a piece of.
Yeah.
He was a little arrogant. I had talked to
A
him on the
little?
radio at one
Really?
point. He was a little
Little?
stuck on himself,
A
but
smidge?
not a bad guy.
Yeah.
John Mayer, which
Because he writes songs about all the women he's bedded.
This is what I love. Okay, I love about this description. John Mayer is that insufferable bro, the one who wears a bead necklace, is always shirtless, toting around a guitar at that house party you didn't want to go to anyway. He'll suck the humor out of a joke and ruin the punchline every time, but no one else seems to care because he's a shirtless bro with a guitar. He probably likes Dane Cook and misogyny.
I don't like Dane Cook. He sucks.
I'm not a fan of John
Not
Mayer.
funny.
Fish. This is the
Fish.
best. Reflecting on Fish's 30 years of music, Grantland Stephen Hayden puts the problem best. In order to like Fish, you must consciously decide to like Fish. And then some of those not on the list, but dishonorable mentions. Kid Rock. I like Kid Rock.
I like
Rock's
Kid
good.
Rock.
I got to tell you the Kid Rock story. When I was the music director over at KLQ, I'd get a call every other week from Kid Rock.
Oh, nice.
And he would call up and he'd go, "Hey, it's Bob Ritchie. You got to come to Detroit and see this act, this Kid Rock guy. He's just fantastic." Blah,
my
blah.
God.
Okay, Bob, click. Thanks.
Oh,
The next week, I'd get a little package, which would have cassettes from the show, and it would have flyers for the next show and all this other kind of stuff. Right in the trash.
really?
Every time I got one. But you got to keep, you got to put in mind the
Sure.
time.
Right.
He's ahead of his time. He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Back then, it was all Pearl Jam and Nirvana and all that kind of crap, so there was no room for the whole rock rap type thing.
Right. Rock, rap, pseudo country. It was a.
I hung up on him more times than I can even count.
Oh my
Threw
gosh.
away all of his old demo tapes.
And now you're like, dang it, I wish I had that stuff.
I love it.
And now I could be on a private jet somewhere.
That's right.
You told this story so many times, and to me, it never gets old because I can see your one regret in this business is got to be. I could have broken Kid Rock. I could have been the guy
That's the
because you
truth.
had this huge show at the time.
Yep.
You could have been the guy and said, "This is Kid Rock," but
I blew it.
wow.
Instead, you're like, no, this Bob guy is annoying.
I'm
He
going to
puts
tell you,
on a
though.
good show, though. Oh, my gosh.
I couldn't agree
Yeah.
more. Love the guy. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
his persistence. I love what he's done. And I got nothing but applause for him.
There you go. Spin Doctors and Blues
Sucks.
Traveler.
Oh, Spin
yeah.
Doctors were
Ugh.
terrible.
See, I liked Pocket Full of Kryptonite.
Ugh.
That was cool. And
That guy looked like he was from Scooby-Doo. It was terrible.
He actually
It
reminded,
was. You're
you know what?
right. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh. I never thought about that.
He actually reminded me of one of my former priests, Father Don. Looked exactly like the lead singer of the Spin Doctors.
Really?
Yeah, but he was defrocked after before Spin Doctors even became popular.
Spin Doctors. He just looked like he stunk of patchouli and pot
And failure.
and B.O. Ugh.
Let's the News brought to you by Walmart. Back to school time. Walmart has an 8-pack of Boys Fruit of the Loom teas for the price of 5. For your back to school list, save money, live better, Walmart. That's Let's the News on 98.7 WFGR.
Blanche, wonderful job once again. You enjoy that weekend of liver abuse that you've got coming up.
Okay, thanks.
Soon to be. Shouldn't even argue it. Yeah, you're right. Hit the nail on the head, Annie.
You know me so well.
Boys of Summer, it's Don Henley, and it is on 98.7 WFGR. Happy Friday!